This hurricane season was supposed to be the one, right? You got licensed, you got trained, you got on the rosters, but the storms never came. Now the season is over and you're staring at a dwindling checking account and a stack of gear bins with a shiny new ladder in your garage and wondering if you missed your shot. And this is where most new adjusters give up, but the ones who make it through the slow seasons, they don't wait for opportunity, they build it. Therefore, if you can learn to create relationships and deliver real value, you can work year-round and keep getting called back when others are sitting idle. I'm Matt with Adjuster TV, and after handling over 10,000 catastrophe claims, I can tell you your career doesn't start when a hurricane hits. It starts when firms trust you enough to give you work. To help you understand what that looks like, I sat down with Nino Berardi, who's the CEO of the IA firm LJ Shaw & Company, one of the oldest independent adjusting firms in the country. And in this conversation, you'll see exactly how to build the kind of reputation that keeps you working even when the storms don't come. And listen, if you want to take your adjusting career seriously, you need to be where the industry actually comes together. The National Association of Catastrophe Adjusters Convention isn't just another conference. It's the one place where adjusters, firms, and industry leaders all meet under one roof to share knowledge, build connections, and open real doors to opportunity. This year, it's happening at the Choctaw Casino and Resort in Durant, Oklahoma, January 25th through the 29th. So if you're ready to expand your network, sharpen your skills, and see what's next in the world of catastrophe adjusting, you need to make plans to join us at the NACA convention by registering right now at nacaadjuster.org. Also, very special thanks to another one of our sponsors, Hague Education. If you're looking for the #1 resource for damage identification books, trainings, and certifications, then go to hagueeducation.com right now and use code AdjusterTV at checkout for industry standard certifications. All right, let's get into my conversation with Nino, starting now.
My name is Nino Berardi. I'm CEO of LJ Shaw & Company. LJ Shaw is an independent adjusting firm located in Chicago, Illinois, actually a suburb, Lombard, Illinois. We also have an office in Brookfield, Wisconsin. We were established in 1932, so we're one of the oldest independent adjusting firms in the country.
Wow.
We specialize primarily in first-party property claims, residential, commercial type claims, anything involving property damage. We specialize in that. We also do appraisal work for insurance carriers. Whereas if there's a disagreement between the carrier and the policyholder, and either the carrier or the policyholder invokes the appraisal provision in the policy, we're retained by the insurance carrier to represent them as their appraiser, or sometimes we're selected as an umpire in the appraisal process. And that is becoming, we're seeing that work, a lot more of that work these days, as opposed to years ago.
You do first party property, so that's your adjusters are the first, like, sort of, for house fires. And do you guys do cat, or is it mostly daily?
Oh, it's mostly daily. On occasion, if we have a client that requires our service for a cat situation, we could send some of our adjusters out there, but we're not set up for our staff to go out on cat duty for months at a time. We could, if it's a larger loss or large quantity that we need to send an adjuster or two for a few weeks, we're able to do that.
Yeah.
But our primary setup is daily claims.
Gotcha. So kind of in the realm of daily claims, a lot of my viewers, people watching this, are new or newer or new to the industry, or don't, maybe they've got some claims under the belt, or maybe they did a storm or two, and they're wondering about doing daily work. How can newer folks sort of strategize their careers to end up where they're like able to sleep in their own bed, and maybe they have a radius that they work, or what's your advice for new people getting into daily work?
When you're saying new people, are you referring to independent adjusters, or?
Yes.
Okay, all right. In my opinion, it's all about building relationships. If you reaching out to clients and insurance carriers, building relationships with the people there. If you provide them good work, earn their trust, I think then that avenue will help you get more daily work. And it also depends if you're an individual seeking work versus working for an independent adjusting firm. I think a lot of if you're working for a specific firm, it's what is that firm's philosophy? I mean, what is their business set up? Are they more leaning towards cat situations or daily work? As I mentioned to you before, we're set up more for daily work. So as an IA, as an individual, if you're looking to work for a firm, that's something that you should explore and see, what philosophy, what business setup is that specific IA firm doing.
So according to my analytics, 65% of you watching right now aren't subscribed to my channel here on YouTube. So if you could do me a quick favor and just double check that you are subscribed, I'd really appreciate it. It's simple, it's free, and it's the easiest way to help me keep making these videos and to keep Adjuster TV moving in the right direction. In a way, you're part of this channel's story. You're on this journey with us. So thank you very much for being here. And thank you for subscribing.
If you're an individual, I think it's knocking on doors, calling insurance carriers, wanting to do their work, and telling them what you're seeking. You're seeking daily work, or you could be more regional. We do our primary territory is the Midwest. Doesn't mean
Sure.
that we do go on occasion to the Gulf area. We go out east. We go Arizona. We've been to North and South Dakota. So on occasion, we have clients that send us various parts of the country, but our main focus is the Midwest.
Gotcha. So again, for new people, relationship building is absolutely critical, and I think all other things being equal is probably one of the biggest factors. But beyond that, what about experience, training, Xactimate certifications and licensing and that sort of thing? What when you guys are assessing a new person to your roster, what are the things that are the green lights and the green flags, and what are maybe some red flags?
The best advice I could give for a new person trying to get into this industry that has no experience is if you could start your career as a staff adjuster. Get some experience with a company, with an insurance carrier. And I mean, it does, and you may stay there. Or if you want to go into the IA industry, I think having a good base, a good foundation, working for an insurance carrier, which will provide you, first of all, a taste. Will you enjoy this industry to make it a career? A lot of times, the insurance carriers will pay for your training before you go out on your own, get into this field, especially if you're not working for an IA firm, but you're coming into the industry as an individual, spending a lot of money for equipment, training, etc., and then finding out that you don't want to be in this industry.
Right.
So, LJ Shaw, we normally, if we're hiring someone new that's a younger individual, getting into this industry, we're looking to see if there's anyone that's working for an insurance company that wants to make the switch and has a few years experience and has the basic knowledge of handling claims, has had some training, and we go from that avenue. What we're looking for, Xactimate, having knowledge in Xactimate is important. Nowadays, many states require an adjuster to be licensed in order to work in that particular state. So licensing is important. Having your AIC or CPCU designation, that separates you from the others, we believe.
Sure.
I think that's important as well.
And if you want to know what separates the adjusters who just get licensed from the ones who actually get work, then watch this video right here. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a great storm.